Snow falls over Agatsu fishing village in northern Japan. The town is a frozen wasteland, left behind by a tsunami that crashed through the mountains. The water tore entire houses off their foundations, smashed them into splinters. Showing off its force, it carried a bus and deposited it on the roof of a 2-story building. It peeled off layers of asphalt and scattered them around the ruins. As it funneled through the steep valley, it rose to over 15 meters, pulverized everything in its path. Some residents managed to escape, fleeing up into the mountains. Many didn't. Survivors say those who lived here knew each other well and worked together to produce seaweed, salmon and rice. The town was also known for its handcrafted inkstones, used to write Japanese calligraphy. Tamiko Abe has returned to rummage through what remains of her family home. She's still searching for 3 family members. Across Japan there are so many others like her, so many towns flattened to the ground. And that's why Rescue South Africa's mission was so important. The team arrived in Japan on a freezing Friday and drove through the night to set up camp near the city of Sendai, north of Tokyo. Within hours the tents rose and the generators began rumbling. Inside the camp the team set up a kitchen, media center, a makeshift clinic and even a shower.
This is our shower, by the way. I certainly haven't braved it yet. So I suppose the last time I washed was in the ocean when we took a dip at the Maldives 5 or 6 days ago. But in this kind of cold, I mean, it doesn't make any difference.
And for the final touch, a South African flag was raised. As the team got to work, many other international squads were pulling out, concerned about the radiation leaking from the nearby Fukushima nuclear plant. Rescue SA monitored radiation levels in the camp and at the sites where they worked, and made sure they were not exposed. Team members were divided into a reconnaissance unit and 3 squads to do the search and rescue work. Each day 1 squad remained behind to cook and clean, while the rest went out into the field. Japanese police deployed teams to various areas. Hope of finding survivors had all but faded, but the incredible amount of rubble meant many bodies were still buried. Rescue SA's mission was to dig through the debris and find those left behind. The work was physically draining and often monotonous, but each body they found meant closure for 1 more family. The team's first assignment was next to Sendai Airport. It was their introduction to the devastation. The waves that passed through had torn off sheets of corrugated iron from the tall hangars. Shops and houses were destroyed. As the team searched the mangled cars and collapsed homes, local soldiers checked ditches for bodies. The day gave the team a chance to show off their skills to the local authorities. For the next 2 days, the team was based in Natori city, where the true scale of the disaster became apparent. Thousands perished here, and thousands more were still missing. The outskirts were swamps of debris, covered in crushed cars and damaged boats. The team spent 1 day doing ground searches and assisting in recovering the body of an elderly man. At one point, they were forced to evacuate the area following 2 powerful aftershocks and a tsunami warning. But they returned the following day, launched 2 inflatable boats into a flooded rice paddy and searched where no other team had been.
You made a difference today.
After each day, the team returned to camp to find a warm meal. Over time, catering became a competition between the squads, each trying to outdo the other. As the mercury dipped to -9 on some nights, hot food became crucial in keeping morale high. Journalists worked through the evenings to file stories and photographs, or to cross live to their studios. In the mornings, the wake-up call came as early as 5:30.
They're exhausted and cold, but no one here is thinking about rest. Rest, rest, rest.
Next, the team was deployed to Agatsu village, where they searched through a hospital, clearing it room by room. They used special cameras to probe dark gaps and underground shafts. At the same time, some team leaders broke away to visit a shelter for survivors. They met the mayor and handed over a token gift, a miniature 2010 FIFA World Cup soccer ball with "Don't Give Up" written on it. The team's final mission was in Tagajo City. Here they spent 2 hours removing a body trapped inside a car, which was crushed between a truck and a power pylon. Nearby, a railway line had been ripped clean off its track. A little further, in the suburbs that survived the tsunami, families were trickling back from shelters to start cleaning up. Hiroshi Sato and his family were hoping to move back soon. Amazingly, instead of complaining, they said people should visit the area once it's been rebuilt. In every part of the country, people displayed incredible patience while waiting for food, water or fuel. And so the Rescue SA team wrapped up its mission. They say the proudest moment came when a senior police chief arrived to brief them with a South African flag stitched onto his uniform. At that moment, they knew they had done their part in helping a country in need. And then, almost 2 weeks after they left, the team returned to a hero's welcome.